This episode of the Perry Logan Show is brought to you by Acme Lawn Care Products, the loudest lawn care products in the known universe.
This is Thomas Jefferson. My fellow Americans, remember, merchants have no country. The mere spot they stand on does not constitute so strong an attachment as that from which they draw their gains. I hope we shall crush in its birth the aristocracy of our moneyed corporations, which dare already to challenge our government to a trial by strength and bid defiance to the laws of our country.
Hello and welcome to Pirate Radio, P-E-R-Y, the most awesome progressive pirate radio channel ever. Tonight's guest on station P-E-R-Y is none other than Karl Marx. Thank you, Perry. Tell me, Karl, what do you think of this whole merchant gone mad thing?
Yeah, well, you know, I did an excellent analysis of the merchant class, so good that even the prominent businessmen of the United States use Das Kapital to understand capitalism better.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that prominent entrepreneurs study Das Kapital for tips on how capitalism works?
Yeah. Is that not funny? You see, Perry, I was right all along. Capitalism will always end up sucking the life, zombie style, out of the lower and middle classes, such as is happening in the United States today. I was right all along, yeah?
Yeah.
I was right all along. This is Karl Marx. I was right all along. He's Karl Marx. He was right all along.
Well, Karl, thank you. It is pretty clear you were right all along. Greed begets more greed, and sooner or later, the people have to take over.
Yeah, in a very real sense, Perry, there is a specter haunting the United States.
What do you mean?
It is the specter of communism. You see, the merchants tend to gut things so terribly that everyone becomes a communist.
Everyone becomes a communist?
Well, I exaggerate a bit, but merchants get so greedy, they radicalize the people.
Far out. And Karl, I want to thank you for doing that song. I was not expecting a song.
It was nothing, Perry. Have to go back up to heaven now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Boy, are you in trouble. You're in the pre-show area. This is my area. I'm Perry Logan's cat. I was just kidding. Just putting you on. I'm the guy who does Perry Logan's cat. Just a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm the guy who does Perry Logan's cat. You're in the pre-show area where there is no oxygen nor color, nor all that applause and all that kind of stuff. Although there does sound like the sound of Acme Lawn Care Products in the background, if I'm familiar with that brand. Good company. You're in for an insightful, fascinating, and wonderful Perry Logan show. I mean, if they let you stay, called Merchants Gone Mad. And, you know, it's a phrase that kind of encapsulates what's wrong with everything right now. One of the classes of society has gone plumb loco. It's easy, this is Perry's theory, it's easy for the merchant class to go nuts. Why? Because they're driven by one of the 7 deadly sins. Now, you tell me another class of people, such as scholars, warriors, clergy people. Find me another class in society that's motivated mostly by one of the 7 deadly sins. You can see why it could go bad. And I think behind what Perry says is The super rich, as we all know, are getting super richer. And it looks like they've got our whole government gamed, and it's really kind of like they're making their move. It's like class warfare, almost naked class warfare, barely veiled by the patina of the corporate media, if I may say. Check out the bristles on that baby.
Hey, what are you doing here? These are my bristles. Get out of here.
May I see your passport, please? Nah, okay. Nah. Were you by any chance looking for a place on the web to see Perry Logan shows? There is a place on the web where you can see entire Perry Logan shows in pretty good quality. It's called veoh.com. Okay. I'll just stamp that on your passport, okay? See entire Perry Logan shows at veoh.com. Have some fun, all for free. And I'm also on YouTube, all over on YouTube, okay? Just thought I'd mention that, and okay, you can go on. Stay out of these bristles, okay? These are my bristles. Perry thinks the merchants essentially decided they were the super race about 30 years ago, and it's been kind of like downhill ever since, except for a little kind of a little rise under Bill Clinton, who was, even though he was a moderate Democrat, you know, he wasn't like quite as insanely pro-mercantile as we are now, as Obama is now. He just cut a deal whereby we are going to borrow trillions of dollars from China to pay for a tax break for these, for the incredibly merchant gone mad people at the top of the income ladder here in the U.S. And those people, I'm sure, are greedier than ever. You know, I mean, greed begets greed. Greed is never satisfied. Greed is a hunger, a cancer, that eats up the vessel that contains it. Color! Hey, it's Perry Logan, and hey, yes, I'm Perry Logan's cat. I'm the guy who does Perry Logan's cat, and you are in for a great show. It's called Merchants Gone Mad. I believe there was a Shakespeare play by that name, was there not?
And now the Perry Logan Players star in Shakespeare's Merchants Gone Mad.
Gentle listeners, gentle viewers, please have mercy on the poor paltry players here, as we present to you a tale of the land of Mercancia, the land of the merchants who, as Thomas Jefferson hath said,
have no country.
What a fascinating thought. Please enter into the dream of Merchants Gone Mad. Hello, my liege. Hello, my liege. Welcome to Mercancia, my liege. I see by thy costume thou art a merchant. I see by thy costume thou art a merchant too. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! We have no country. Certainly not. We live where the money is. We are the merchants gone mad. The merchants of Mercancia, who live in no land, who have less loyalty to any country than anyone. Just look at the transnationals, my liege. The what, my liege? The transnationals, my liege. They have no country. They are more powerful than any country. They represent merchants gone mad. I see what you mean. They don't live in America or England or Russia. They live in Mercancia. Aye, Mercancia. The mythical land where the merchants live, where the only thing that matters is making money, building bubbles, popping them, and impoverishing the poor. I apologize. Hey, it's December 9th, 2010. I didn't know. And everywhere you look, we see that merchants gone mad are destroying the world.
Merchants gone mad are destroying the world. Merchants gone mad are destroying the world. Merchants gone mad are destroying the world. Merchants gone mad are
Merchants gone mad are destroying the planet. They are destroying or have destroyed the governments of the world. They have suborned, suborned the governments of the world, even ours. Okay, with Barack Obama in there, who's got to be there to make Bill Clinton look good. Obama, we would like to thank you for making Bill Clinton look good. Actually, I think Bill Clinton was our last good president, and I think that the historians are coming around to my point of view. Yay! Heal, baby. Hey, everybody's coming around to my point of view. Heal, heal. Okay, well, we need healing because, well, the merchants, may I say the merchant class, not a caste, but just a functional class of society. There are the business people, the merchants, if you will, who have gone mad. This is nothing more nor less than kind of my class warfare theory of what's going down in American history right now, or much of what's going down in the world right now. And as I say it, I have boiled it down to the merchants gone mad formula. Now, well, one thing right away you notice in our culture, in the U.S., is that if you start talking about class warfare, people kind of flip out. Now, why would that be?
Could it be that there is in fact a covert class warfare going on right now, going on even as I speak? Class warfare from a class of merchants gone mad. That's the Perry Logan paradigm.
You see, according to Perry, the merchants in America went mad in the 1970s. They got a grip on government. They were able to leverage the Republican Revolution. And ever since then, the corporations have been eating us for lunch more and more. The culmination of this was the election of Barack Obama, who proved to be so corporate, he made Bill Clinton look good. I gotta stop saying that. I think Bill Clinton was good. Hey, longest sustained period of economic growth in U.S. history? Yay! Not bad. Not bad. He was paying off the deficit. Yay! The government was getting smaller under Bill Clinton. He made the government smaller, a feat matched by only Harry Truman. Only Harry Truman and Bill Clinton ever made the government smaller, but you didn't know that, huh? I bet you didn't know that, huh? Sorry. I apologize for those sequences.
The bristles made me do it! The bristles made me do it!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to present this rare archive footage of the tyrannical premier of Mercancia giving one of his charismatic speeches.
Just a little fun. Citizens of Mercancia, greed is good. Let me hear you say greed is good. Let me hear you say greed is good. Let me hear you say greed is good.
When you know damn well it's one of the 7 sins. Now back to my speech.
Well, despite the fact it's one of the 7 sins, suggesting it's not good, we of Mercancia think it's good. Very good, citizens of Mercancia. Citizens of Mercancia, I, the tyrannical ruler of Mercancia, have a dream. I have a dream in which the government is totally suborned by the corporations. Why not? Greed is good. The free enterprise system is the perfect system. If we do say so ourselves, hi, we're the merchants. Okay, merchant. You see, merchants, a functional class of society, us merchants here in Mercancia, well, we do have a tendency to have inflated egos. Sometimes merchants talk like guys living in a treehouse, and they'll say the free market enterprise is the perfect system. Oh, quelle surprise! Why, isn't that your system? And it's the perfect system. Perfect! Citizens, I, the tyrannical ruler of Mercancia, have a dream of a world where our children go to private schools, mixed schools, The police are privately owned. They'll charge you more for big crimes than they will for little crimes, as will the fire department. They might not even come to your house because, you see, greed is good. I dream of a society where water is privatized, where roads are privately owned, so you can't drive 100 yards without having to pay a toll. The story is taken up by Perry's more intellectual brother, Quentin Logan. Yes, a Mercancia, not a country, and not a real nation. I think what Perry's getting on with this little image of his, in his own kind of crude way. Perry's not an intellectual. I'm Quentin Logan, the intellectual, and I'm not a feat. I am not a feat. Mercancia, what kind of country would a bunch of merchants gone mad create or leave in their wake? Because you see, as Jefferson said, merchants have no country. Merchants have no country. I hope Perry doesn't mind if I play his bass. Merchants have no country, as Jefferson said. Merchants have no country, so what they're gonna do to any country where you or I live is gut it. I said gut it. Merchants gone mad. Kind of like Republicans. The Republicans in the US of A embody that whole merchant gone mad thing. And there's no doubt that here on December 9th, 2010, they have kind of sucked in the Democrats, if you know what I mean. Sucked in the Democrats, if you know what I mean. Merchants gone mad will do that. In you go. It's really very simple. What merchants gone mad will do is go mad with greed. They will start raiding the treasury, raiding the pension funds, destroying social services, letting down the old safety net, right? Does this sound familiar? Do you have to be an intellectual like me, Quentin Logan, to see that America has become this very Mercancia of Perry's dreams?
That's why Perry keeps having a dream about a mythical land called Mercancia, where the merchants with the greed, you see, greed. Can we talk about greed? Hey, greed works. Well, it was said in the 80s that like the golden age of greed was the 1980s. Well, I don't know. We've outdone the 80s, I know. But greed kind of came into its own in the 1980s. Now, how's that for merchants gone mad? Our greed became like greed is good. You know, the old idea that greed was good. And I think we all know that one of the 7 deadly sins is not good. Do I have to be a crazy Christian of some kind to say that, hey, it's one of the 7 deadly sins, suggesting it's not good? But greed is what drives the merchants, right? My friends, is greed what drives the scholars of the world? These are other classes. You get the picture, these are some other classes. Why, no. Is greed what drives the warriors of the world? The warriors, certainly not. Certainly not. Greed, my friend, is what drives the merchants. So they have a tendency to think it's good. Okay, but you say, greed becomes a cancer. Greed becomes a cancer, don't we see? Sure, it works, but it guts pensions, it guts the treasuries, it guts countries, turning them into like little Hoovervilles, turning the world into little tent cities because the rich got greedy. And what they didn't notice was that greed is like a cancer. Greed is like a cancer. It grows and grows. Those people up there whose incomes have quadrupled since the 70s, the top 1%, their income has quadrupled. While ours has dropped down the toilet, right? Hey, they're still greedy. Those people up there who have all our wealth, who are working on taking Social Security away from us, or reducing it to the lowest level, who even want to destroy our public school system, and I'm not kidding, they want to privatize our water. These are merchants gone mad. I regret to say they really do have the upper hand, thanks to 30 years of almost uninterrupted Republican revolution, but greed is like cancer. Those people upstairs, my friend, are being eaten away by their greed, even as they seize more and more of our stuff, even as they suck the wealth vampire style into themselves like this, like vampires. Don't you see, like vampires? The trouble with greed is it's never satisfied. Those people, why, they feel more needy than ever, even as they absorb more and more wealth and control our governments and just turn everything into mercancia. The merchants gone mad. Well, they're mad, you see, mad with greed, and greed can never be satisfied. Oh! 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 Greed can never be satisfied. 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 Welcome to Mercancia. May I see your passport, please?
Yay! And now, Basso Profundo, Perio Lanza sings Merchants Gone Mad.
satisfied.
Those poor bastards up in the upper echelons who are getting all our money, there's no question about it. They are making their move. The merchants have gone utterly mad. 30 years of taking our wealth hath made them even more greedy.
The merchants gone mad. It's December 9th, 2010, and the merchants have
Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? Are we going to Mercancia?
satisfied.